Hey there, productivity go-getters. Are you ready to supercharge your brain and skyrocket your efficiency? Well, buckle up because we're about to take you on a mind-blowing tour of our Notion second brain template, the super brain. This isn't just any ordinary template, folks. It's your ticket to digital enlightenment, your passport to productivity paradise. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk you through the game-changing views and features that turn your scattered thoughts into a well-oiled machine. Ready to unlock your brain's full potential? Let's dive in and get superpowered with Superbrain. Alright, let's take an in-depth look at the Superbrain system. This is version 1, which I've been using for almost a year. This video is from a year ago when I first created this system. So I'm already planning and working on version 2 of my second brain to improve some areas and fix flaws I've discovered over the past year. This update will make it even more powerful and useful. As you can see, Superbrain has multiple design styles to suit various tastes. But let's focus on the minimal Superbrain for now. The first thing you'll notice is the left sidebar with all the quick action and capture buttons. These include new task, new note, new project, new area, new journal, new idea, new goal, and new resources. All of these allow us to quickly add or capture anything without having to navigate through different areas and waste time. We'll come back to this later. When I scroll down, I have the dashboard that helps us return to our main page from any area or page quickly. Scrolling further, you will see the productivity section, which includes all areas that help with our daily productivity: inbox, task management, projects, habits, and notes. Next, we have the idea incubation area. This is where we add, store, and organize our ideas to never lose them again. It keeps our ideas warm and helps them grow. The next and incredibly important section that I use daily is the mind wellness section, which includes the daily journal. This helps clarify our mood, thoughts, and mental health, allowing us to track our journaling over time. Daily journaling significantly boosts mood as we clear our brain of things that bother us or lead to brain fog, and ultimately helps us achieve greater mental clarity and emotional balance. The next group of sections is knowledge, which includes areas, resources, and archives. Within areas, we have both personal and business sections, each with their own sub-areas such as business, learning, checklists, and whatever other areas we need in our personal or professional life. Resources is where you can store all your books, videos, bookmarks, articles, and more. You can easily save these using the Notion Web Clipper extension on Chrome, Opera, and other browsers. It's a real lifesaver. Archives is where we store tasks, projects, notes, ideas, resources, and other items we no longer need or use but don't want to delete them right away. We can process them later to decide whether to delete them completely, keep them in the archive, or move them back to their original place. Last but not least, there is the goals section within the resolution group. Here you can set, organize, and track your goals. The amazing thing about Superbrain is that all these areas are integrated. You can create a goal around the project and keep track of both the project and its related tasks, goals, resources, notes, ideas, and more, all in one view. I'll show you this in action later. Now that we're familiar with Superbrain's magical sidebar that's going to make your life much easier, let's explore the right side of our dashboard. We'll quickly dive deep and discover everything about Superbrain. First, one of the most important sections of the dashboard is the agenda. Here you can quickly view your urgent tasks, tasks for today and tasks for this week. Let's add a task. Name it, then select the project or projects this task relates to. You can create a new project by typing its name and clicking the plus new button to finalize it. Now, I'll open the project relation again and select another one. Next, you can select or create tags and categories for this task. This helps with organization, allows for personalized filters and sorts, and improves searchability. Finally, set the due date if needed. If I click this checkbox, the task will be marked as done and won't show here anymore. Don't worry, everything is still stored and accessible from its dedicated page and database. It just won't appear on the main page, keeping everything tidy and clean to help us focus on upcoming and important tasks. I'll use Ctrl Z to bring them back here as I need them for now. As you can see, based on the date you choose, each task will be in one of these groups. If I change the date of this task, it won't show up in today or this week anymore, as it's now a past or future task. Let's use Ctrl Z to change the date to a week later and see what happens. Now let's delete these tasks and move on to the next section, the inbox. This is where you store all unprocessed tasks, notes, links, and more. You can add items here that you don't want to act on immediately or don't have a date or plan for yet. You also don't want to keep them in mind or forget them. The inbox is all about dumping things here for later processing. Let's create a new note to see how it works. We'll call it new note for test purpose. And add a description, blah blah. We'll set its status to unprocessed in the list. If it's related to a project, we can select that. For the area, let's choose home and garden as an example. If you have an estimated due date, you can select that too. Set the priority if there is any, and select categories and tags. I'll choose a few categories to show you: urgent and home. Lastly, I can select a list for this. Note is fine for now, but there are other options like inbox, tasks, notes, and archive. If I choose archive, it will move to the archive section. If I choose note, it will appear in the note section. Tasks go to task management, and inbox items, as you might guess, appear in the inbox section. Let me make the list status property visible in the list view for easy access to processed and unprocessed items. Now, see if I change the status from unprocessed to processed, it won't show in this list anymore. This means I've thought about and planned for this item, and it's no longer considered something for later. So let's recap. We had the stuff here that we don't want to add to our tasks, notes, or inbox yet, and that need further consideration. Okay? Okay. Next up is the projects section. The first tab in projects shows active projects, then upcoming projects, then projects by status, and lastly by deadline. This helps us quickly take a look at all current and upcoming projects we have. Let's open this active project to see what's inside. Each project contains a brief description and quick handy notes that need to be visible at a glance. We can add attachment for any relevant and useful files that help with the project. The project due date is displayed, followed by prioritization and project status. Next are the created and last edited properties. Then come the areas where we can select an area for this project. For example, I can click the plus button and designate this as a personal development project or any other area. There are also archived areas, which we can either delete entirely or keep for reference. Next is the goal property, where we can assign goals to this project. This means the project is part of the steps we're taking to achieve one or more of our selected goals. Another super useful property is the idea vault. Here, we can quickly select from our list of ideas to have them visible in their related projects. This allows us to have our fully detailed ideas in any project, which we can easily open and view without leaving the project page. As you can see, we have tags, descriptions, development status, potential impact on the project and its goals, and the projects linked with the ideas. We can also write full, detailed descriptions of our ideas in the content area. Let's return to the project. Just below all the properties, we have all our tasks related to this project. This is powered by filters, which you can easily adjust to your needs for any new projects to choose which tasks should appear here. The great thing is, when you create a new project, all these filters will refresh automatically, so you don't need to do much repetitive work. This allows you to easily add, manage, and track project tasks within the project page. Next is our goals section, which we also had in the properties above, but here they're open and easier to view and edit quickly. This goal section is a view of the entire goals database, filtered to show only this project's goal. So we can easily create a project, add its details, tasks, and goals, and manage everything on the page, with everything synced and integrated. To recap, the project section is where we add, store, track, and organize all stuff related to one project. Let's create a website design project for a new client. Let's set the description to Bella Bella. Now we'll add other details like changing the status to in progress, selecting the project areas, and creating or selecting a new goal for it. If there are any previous ideas related to this project, we'll select them too. Last but not least, we have our tasks and goals sections, which are empty but linked to the new project we've just created. They're synced with their main databases and ready to use. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's look at the projects with deadlines. Here, you can see which projects need to be done as soon as possible. Projects that have missed their deadlines are grouped in the last 30 days and last 7 days sections. You can also see projects due today, if any, tomorrow's projects, and more. This view gives you all missed and upcoming deadlines so you can take action accordingly. Then we have the status view, which helps us see which projects have been done, which are in progress or pending, and which are completed. You can easily drag and drop projects to change their status. For example, if I finish this project, I can move it to complete. If I have a project in progress but change my mind about starting it, I can easily move it to not started. We don't have any upcoming projects right now, but let me show you how it works. If I go to an active project and change its due date to between 1 week and 1 month from now, and also change its status to not started, it will appear in the upcoming section. You can customize these filters to suit your needs. Now we've reached the areas section in the dashboard. If you haven't noticed, these past sections were all based on the para method, projects, area, resources, and archives, which you can see here on the site. Let's open the personal development area. Here, you can describe this area in the description field. If you no longer need it, you can archive it by adding the reason for archiving and the archiving date. Then choose or add a tag. In this area, we can see all projects related to personal development, as well as resources such as images, podcasts, books, tools, website, or anything else. If we open a project, we'll see all its tasks, goals, and more. This represents a small or large part, or as we call it, an area of our personal or professional life. We gather everything in each card based on its relevance and impact on that area. For example, the main areas in my second brain are personal and work, with smaller ones like learning inside work. I gather and organize all my resources, projects, and tasks needed for my learning journey in one place. So that was areas. Let's go one step further to the resources section in the dashboard. By now you should be familiar with this as you've seen it while I was walking you through the previous sections, but let's take a closer look. We have all books, articles, tools, videos, and anything else we've gathered in projects or areas, or directly from the resources sections itself. Let's open website as an example. You can see I already have a few websites listed and bookmarked here with links, tags, and areas selected. For example, Nike Turning Club is originally listed in the fitness and health area, and I'm seeing it here. I can also quickly change the details. This makes adding and finding my resources incredibly easy. You can do this for all kinds of resources we have. For example, let's add a YouTube video here. I'll copy one of my YouTube video links and details, but you can use the Notion Web Clipper extension to easily bookmark any page in your resources. I can select areas, categories, tags, and any other details I need to make it searchable and more filterable for future use. I can also add screenshots or change the icons to make it more recognizable and personal. That was all about the V1 dashboard of Superbrain. Of course, I'll make changes and updates with V2 coming. Right now, I'm thinking of one major update each year and a few small improvements throughout the year. Now, let's explore the quick capture section. This is a huge time saver in any Notion page. Let's say I want a new area. I'll click on the new area button and name it. Fresh projects and resources section will be created automatically and quickly, so I don't have to copy and paste every time I create a new area. See, when I click on the filter of project, it shows areas untitled. If I change the name of the new area to new area for this video, you can see the filter name changes. This happens for the resources as well. Everything will be ready without any hassle. Now I can add the details of my newly born area, including any tags I need. Let's close this page and go to the areas dashboard. You can see a new area has been added to the main area dashboard too. You can change details such as icons or any other change you want. I'll delete this now, as this is the main template which everyone can duplicate. Other quick capture buttons work like the area as I've shown now. You can add new tasks, notes, projects, areas, journals, ideas, goals, or new resources to collect. All of them easily and with minimum clicks. Now let's see what the inbox dashboard is all about. In the inbox, you'll see recently added items, unprocessed tasks, unprocessed notes, and inbox sections. As I mentioned earlier, unprocessed sections are for stuff and items we're unsure about. This could be a task we're not certain we should work on, or one without a due date that we still want to capture so we don't completely forget about it. It's also for notes that just cross our mind, but we don't want to keep with our main notes, as that would clutter the main dashboard with unnecessary stuff. All these items will be stored here until we decide to mark them as processed, at which point they won't show on this page anymore. Let's add a few tasks here. You can see them because I've added them here. They're unprocessed by default. I'll add an upcoming date for one, select its categories and projects, and then change it to processed. Now, when I go to the main dashboard, I can find it in this week's tasks. If I need to make this urgent, I can open the task and select a priority for it. Now I can find it in my urgent tasks. To recap simply, you can add tons of tasks, notes, and items here without worrying about cluttering their main dashboard. Think of this as your brain dump for tasks, notes, and other stuff. Next is the task management dashboard. We have all of our processed tasks here. Urgent tasks, today's tasks, this week's tasks, and tasks per area. We can easily move tasks from one area to another or even move to another task group. For example, today. We can also create a new area from here too, easy peasy. The next section shows unfinished tasks per project. You can see these sections are amazing for managing all kinds of tasks for all projects and areas in one place. Even if you have hundreds of tasks and projects, you won't miss one, as only unfinished tasks and projects will be shown in this dashboard. This keeps the dashboard clean and tidy automatically. The next part of the task dashboard is great when you want to see all your current, past, and future tasks by status or sort them by date, category, or in timeline view for current tasks. This is connected to your Notion calendar and opens it in the Calendar app. This timeline helps me easily move between tasks based on their date, mark them as done, or even add more tasks right from here. Next, let's explore how you can view all your tasks by categories. In the by category section, you'll find all tasks grouped according to their categories. This is perfect for when you want to batch complete tasks of a certain type. You can easily customize these categories to suit your needs. After that, we have tasks sorted by date. This view is great for getting an overview of tasks for a month, week, quarter, or even years. Then there is the task by status view, which simply divides tasks into two groups: completed tasks and those you haven't finished yet. This is where you can view all your current, past, and future tasks. that wraps up our super cool task management dashboard. Next up is the project dashboard. As you can see, we have all the projects in one dashboard. Notice the pattern. The dashboard should be feeling familiar by now. Each follows a similar structure to make adoption easier and lower the learning curve. We have recent projects, upcoming projects, and projects by status, where you can view and change project statuses with a simple drag and drop. You'll also see projects by deadline, helping you identify which one are missing deadlines or need more attention. Here is where we manage and add projects. Let's add one for March. I can open it and instantly add details, descriptions, tasks, and resources. Now let's check out the habit tracker. In this dashboard, we have sections for today, the past 7 and 30 days, and all days with yearly views. In the all days view, you can see all the days you've tracked your habits. As new years come, you can easily add them here. To demonstrate how it works, I'll create a new day to track my habits for today. I can name it if I want. The date of today will be selected automatically. For exercise, I select no as I haven't worked out yet. I also haven't done my daily meditation, nor have I read anything today. Yes, it's an awful day for my habits as I'm working on this walkthrough video. Let's see if I can manage to work on my habits today or not. When I scroll to the past 30 days section, you can see the new day is here too, as well as in the all days of 2024 view. It won't appear in other years. At the end of the day, if I've completed some of my habits, I can easily change the no to yes from anywhere in my dashboard. I suggest naming your day or adding a date as its name, using the @ symbol in the name section. The more you use the habit tracker, the better the view gets. This is something I want to improve further for V2, making it even better at tracking and organizing habits. Now it's time to check the notes dashboard. We have all our notes here, organized and ready to navigate and work on. Our recent notes and notes categorized by their tags are all visible in this board. You can see each note's areas, project, priorities, listing status, and descriptions, all viewable and changeable with quick actions. Then we have our unprocessed notes here. Like the inbox page, we keep our unprocessed notes here too. So you don't have to switch dashboards to view and manage them. You can easily add a new unprocessed note using the pre-made template to ensure the icons and details are unified and won't create a mess over time. The whole productivity group is here to help you get things done using the GTD and Para methods, combined with my personal productivity hacks. And the next dashboard is the Idea Vault, a place to capture and organize all your cool ideas quickly. Let's begin with the recently added ideas and add one. For this video, I'll create a new idea, though I don't have anything specific in mind for the description. Next, I'll choose the impact level of this idea on my life or business. The next property is development status. Is it a concept or in research? You can add as many status as you want. The same goes for the tags section. Tags are great for organizing and searching ideas later to personalize your dashboard the way you want. You can also choose related projects for this idea. Any idea added within the last week will be shown here, not older. You can customize this time frame to your needs as well. If you need older ideas, one way to find them is the categorize by tagged section. Now, let's open this new idea I've just created and add some details based on the heading and hierarchy structure I need. Of course, I'll create many pre-made templates for all these sections so you don't have to start from scratch. In the development status, you can group your ideas with different stages of their development and you can add more stages pretty quickly. This helps us see where each idea is in the process of development. Are they just a concept or have you started researching them? Or maybe you've been added them to a project and started working on them already. Then come the ideas sorted by their impact, from high and medium to low. How are they going to change or improve your life and business? Here you can sort them from top to bottom without cluttering your ideal list. Next comes the daily journal. I'll try to show you the rest of the dashboard quicker, so this won't turn into a 60-minute video. The daily journal dashboard is where I take things very seriously, and I recommend you do the same. I write about my current feelings, pains, recent wins or losses, my thoughts, plans, and anything that comes to my mind. But I do it in a structured and organized way so I can look back and see how far I've come. Sometimes I spend time reading past gratitudes day by day, my reflections and achievement. This gives me so much energy and reasons to continue. It helps me understand that pains and joys are all temporary and not here to stay. Making journaling a habit has helped me a lot to get myself together and keep going with a fresh and clear mind. I offload all this unnecessary overload of information, feelings, and pressures out of me and export them to Notion pages. Another amazing thing about this dashboard is that it's connected with the habits section. So I can see each day's habits and tracks and complete them within this page as well. And again, it's all synced. The next dashboard is the areas section, which we've already covered. So I'll quickly move on to the resources dashboard. In the resources dashboard, we again have recent resources, categorized views, and date-based organization. Let's proceed to the next dashboard since you're already familiar with how this structure works. Now let's take a quick look at the archive dashboard. This is where you store items that are no longer active or in progress. You can move completed projects, outdated resources, and other items that you don't need immediate access to, but don't want to delete entirely, at least not yet. To put it simply, this is your digital storage space for inactive items. Last but not least, we have a simple yet powerful goal tracker. You have a goals bucket to add new goals that you're not ready to start now, but want to keep in mind. There are also in progress and done sections for goals. You can easily move goals between these stages using drag and drop. The next section in the goals dashboard is active goals, which are built with the SMART method in mind. This means you set goals and define them using the SMART criteria, including descriptions, due dates, categories, prioritize, key milestone, progress, attachments, related tasks, notes and reflections, goal status, and related projects. The next part of the goal dashboard shows completed or achieved goals. You can see they finished their cycle. There is also a calendar view to see all your goals one by one. Now, let's quickly show the other design styles of Superbrain. There are three styles: minimal, minimal aesthetic, and the classy dark mood version. Let's check out the main page of the dark mood and then explore more pages with the minimal aesthetic version. In the aesthetic version, each page has its own color, which is super cool. It's make it easier to recognize page and sections, and it's more fun to work with. You won't get bored if you don't like the minimal or dark mood versions. And that's it. This was Superbrain version 1, which I use every day to make myself more organized, committed, and productive in my professional life. I use Superbrain with Superlife to manage my entire life with these two systems I've built. I've been using Superlife for 3 years now and Superbrain for about a year. For business management, I use the Business Hub to manage all my businesses entirely. With these three systems, I'm able to manage my time more efficiently and plan and keep track of my car and home maintenance, nutrition, workouts, ideas, tasks, notes, projects, product, website, campaigns, marketing, sales, hiring, and anything you can imagine. And there you have it, productivity enthusiasts. You've just taken a whirlwind tour of the Superbrain, your new secret weapon for conquering life chaos. From brain dumps to habit tracking, this Notion template is ready to transform the way you think, plan, and achieve. Remember that scattered, overwhelmed feeling we talked about earlier? It's about to become ancient history. But here is the real kicker. This is just the beginning of your super brain journey. As you explore and customize, you'll unlock even more ways to level up your life. So go ahead, give yourself a standing ovation. You're not just organizing your thoughts, you're revolutionizing your entire approach to productivity. Nimble Gut style. Hungry for more Notion wizardry? Smash that subscribe button and join our community of super powered productivity ninjas. Until next time, stay super, stay productive.